using adaptive learning technology as a math intervention tool for elementary students. Hello everyone, and thank you for taking the time to watch my presentation. I'd like to start by asking you to picture your own classroom for a moment. Imagine it's time for your math intervention block. You have about 45 minutes, and every student sitting in front of you needs something different. One student is still working to master multiplication facts. Another understands multiplication but struggles with two-step word problems. Because reading comprehension gets in the way, another student has already mastered the current skill and is ready for a greater challenge. As teachers, we want to meet every student's needs, but we also know how difficult that can be when time is limited. As a third-grade mathematics teacher, this is a challenge I experience regularly. Planning multiple activities, creating differentiated assignments, monitoring progress, and providing meaningful instruction all within one intervention period can feel overwhelming. That experience inspired the focus of my publication, using adaptive learning technology as a math intervention tool for elementary students. Like many educators, I began asking myself a simple question: what if the technology could adapt to the student instead of expecting every student to adapt to the same lesson? That question led me to explore adaptive learning technology and how it can support mathematics intervention in elementary classrooms. Adaptive learning technology is designed to personalize instruction by responding to each student's performance in real time. Instead of assigning every learner the exact same activity, these programs adjust the level of difficulty, provide immediate feedback, and target the specific skills each student needs to practice. As students work, the technology continuously collects data that helps teachers understand where students are succeeding and where they may need additional support. Think about how valuable that can be during intervention. Rather than spending hours creating several versions of the same assignment, teachers can use adaptive learning tools to provide personalized practice while they focus on small group instruction, conferencing with students, and addressing misconceptions. The technology isn't replacing the teacher, it is giving the teacher another resource to help make instructional time more effective. As I explored the research, I found strong evidence supporting this approach. Studies suggest that adaptive learning technology can improve mathematics achievement by providing individualized instruction, immediate feedback, and targeted practice that responds to each student's learning needs. Instead of waiting until the end of a unit to discover learning gaps, teachers receive ongoing information that allows them to adjust instruction much sooner. The research also connects with several educational theories that many of us studied during our teacher preparation programs. Jean Piaget emphasized that students build knowledge through experiences that match their stage of development. Lev Vygotsky introduced the idea that students learn best when instruction falls within their zone of proximal development, where tasks are challenging but still achievable with support. Jerome Bruner believed learning should be an active process in which students construct understanding through meaningful experiences. Roger Schank also emphasized that learning should respond to authentic needs rather than follow a one-size-fits-all approach. When I looked at adaptive learning technology through the lens of these theories, the connection became clear. Rather than moving every student through identical lessons at the same pace, adaptive platforms create opportunities for students to learn where they are while gradually building toward greater understanding. Technology becomes a way to personalize learning instead of standardizing it. One aspect of adaptive learning that I find especially valuable is the data it provides. Many platforms generate reports that allow teachers to identify patterns, monitor progress, and make informed instructional decisions. Programs such as Alex, IXL, and iReady can help teachers quickly determine which students need intervention, which concepts require reteaching, and when students are ready to move on. However, it's important to recognize that technology is not a solution by itself. Simply placing students in front of a computer will not improve learning. Effective instruction still depends on skilled teachers who know how to interpret data, ask meaningful questions, facilitate discussions, and build positive relationships with students. Adaptive learning technology should always complement excellent teaching, not replace it. If I were implementing this approach in my own classroom, I would use adaptive learning during my intervention block to provide personalized practice while I worked with small groups. After reviewing student data, I could quickly identify common misconceptions, adjust my instructional groups, and provide targeted support where it is needed most. Students who demonstrate mastery could continue progressing without waiting, while students needing additional practice could receive immediate intervention. This creates a more efficient use of instructional time and helps ensure that every student receives learning opportunities appropriate for their individual needs. Of course, successful implementation requires thoughtful planning. Schools must consider technology access, teacher training, curriculum alignment, and ongoing support. The goal is not to use technology simply because it is available. Instead, educators should intentionally select tools that align with instructional goals and enhance student learning. Throughout my research, one idea continued to stand out above everything else. Technology should support learning, not replace it. The heart of education will always be the relationships teachers build with their students. Adaptive learning technology cannot encourage a struggling learner, celebrate a student's success, or inspire confidence the way a caring teacher can. What it can do is provide valuable information, personalize practice, and give teachers more time to focus on what matters most: meaningful instruction and student growth. As educational technology continues to evolve, I believe adaptive learning offers an exciting opportunity for elementary mathematics intervention. When combined with research-based instructional practices and thoughtful teaching, these tools can help educators differentiate instruction more effectively, respond to student needs more efficiently, and create learning environments where every student has the opportunity to succeed. If you're an elementary educator searching for practical ways to personalize mathematics intervention while making the most of limited instructional time, I invite you to read my publication. My hope is that it encourages you to see adaptive learning technology not as a replacement for great teaching, but as a powerful partner in helping every student reach their full potential. Thank you for watching.